Welcome to the second part of the video tutorial on how to draw and define networks in EcoStruxure Power Design Ecodial. In this demonstration, you will view the procedures to define cable length and method of installation, change cable installation for a whole project, define the type of protection, create circuit without protection, and create the circuit without cable. Let's begin by understanding how to define the cable length and method of installation for a network. Select a cable to see its properties and adjust its length. In the Properties tab, specify the length of the cable. You can also select the conductor core and insulation material. You can specify the type of live conductors for the cable. A default installation method for the selected cable is given. You can also modify the installation method. Click the Modify the Installation Method link. The Installation Method wizard appears. Select the relevant situation. Based on the situation selected, the options in the Installation System and Additional Setting may change. The image reflects the selected cable installation design. Hover over it to see a zoomed view. Select the installation system. Select the layout of circuits. The application Power Design provides the item number of the installation method and reference method of installation. Click OK. The installation method has been updated in the cable properties. Next, let's change the insulation for an entire project. First, select an LV cable. Click on the data table to display all the LV cable's properties. The data table displays properties of all LV cables. From here, you can select and modify the cable insulation. You can sort any of the columns in the table. Apply filters to view specific data. When you select a cable in the data table, it is automatically selected in the single line diagram. You can also assign the same insulation material to multiple cables in the network. For instance, let's apply XLPE as the insulation material for all the LV cables. First, copy XLPE from the first cell of the column Insulation. In the column, select the second value from the top and press the Shift key to select the last cable. The entire column is selected for a control. Now, apply paste to ensure that the new value, XLPE, is applied for the entire column. Now all the cables are defined with XLPE insulation. Next, calculate the project to update the solutions for the given new input. Click on the Solution Table tab to view the results for all the cables. Similar to the data table, you can organize the columns and apply filters even in the solution table. Next, let's view how to define the type of protection for a network. Select a protection on the network to view its properties. You can see the protection to be either a circuit breaker or fuse. Inhibited circuit protection is also possible if the load does not need protection. The diagram is updated. Next, select the technology of fuse. If you choose the circuit breaker as the protection type, you can define the type of standard for it. A residual current device, RCD, can be added to the circuit breaker. Define the properties for the residual current protection. Now, let's define a circuit without protection. Select an protection device cable in the network. Select the protection type to be inhibited. In the network diagram, the inhibited circuit protection will be displayed as a straight line. After calculation, the cross-section of the cable of circuit without protection has been increased to be properly protected by the upstream circuit breaker. Next, we will define a circuit without cable or a direct link. Select an LV cable from the network. Select the cable type to be a direct link. Observe that the load is directly connected to the circuit without the LV cable. This concludes the video on how to draw and define networks in EcoStruxure Power Design Ecodial. In this video, we saw how to define cable length and method of installation, change cable insulation for a whole project, define the type of protection, create circuit without protection, and create the circuit without cable.